Have you ever seen one of these things before? It's called a color wheel, and growing up I had pretty much no idea what the heck these things were even for. I'm like, it spins around and what do you do with it? I've got no idea. But now I know. So today I'm going to talk to you all about it, and we're going to mix up some green. When you're mixing your greens, have they ever turned muddy, or have they gone a little bit too bright, like they're fluorescent green instead of a lovely grassy or tree green? Like, what's going on there? That's what today is all about. So here is a color wheel, and it gives you a lot of information about colors, hence the name. What you need to know about the color wheel is that there are different yellows, reds, and blues, as you can see here. And they're different because it really depends on how much of the neighboring color it has in it to turn it into another color. What the heck do I mean by that? Okay, let's have a little look here. So let's look at our yellows, okay? So here we go. We've got a yellow, orange, and a fairly bright lemon yellow. And in very loose terms, this would be like a warm yellow, okay? Warm yellow. This one here would be a cool yellow. And what makes them a warm or a cool tone is the direction that they're heading on the wheel. So this cool yellow here, which is very bright, it's right next door over here to this green. So this yellow actually has a little bit of green in it. And so when you're mixing your bright colors, leafy colors, you're trying to get just the right shade of green, you have to consider what are some of the other colors inside of the yellows and the blues that you might be using. So we're going to mix up some colors now, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. So I have a really basic palette here, and I've set it up similar to like what's on the color wheel here. So depending on which direction that the colors are going, so this yellow here, it is neighboring this cool blue. So what does yellow and blue make? We all know green. That's the title of the video today. So we're really going to be focusing over in this area. Keep in mind the varying amounts of colors that you use will impact on the tone of green or the tones of colors that you end up mixing. So I'll put like 2 dollops of yellow. Now I'm going to dip in to a bit of this warm, and I'm going to put a couple of dollops here too. Now I'm going to dip into this cool and consider some of these colors. So the blue is super duper strong, red is fairly strong. Don't put too much in, otherwise it's going to be just absolute mayhem. So I'm just going to put a little dollop. All right, and this is the warm blue. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm also using acrylics, but this can be applied to oils and watercolors, gouache, whatever you got rocking and rolling in your life. Okay, wet my brush a little bit because I am using acrylics and they're water-based. So this is a cool yellow and a cool blue. Let's go. Let's see what happens. See, I'm not going to mix in all of that blue because, as you can see, it is super strong and powerful, and it will very quickly take over. So with a cool yellow and a cool blue, you're going to get these very vibrant, bright, wild lime greens. Check that out, okay? If you're mixing up trees, you're trying to paint trees, you might look at that and go, that's not a very good tree color. So what are you going to do? Maybe you need some of this orange yellow and a bit of this cool blue. Let's see what happens. Bit more of a muted, we're heading into like khaki territory with this one. There we go. And looks a little bit like poo green, doesn't it? That's lovely. Bit of poo green. Baby poo green. Okay, so this one here, while it does look a little bit like baby poo green, it's a bit more realistic. If you were to go outside right now and take in nature, you'd probably spot this more than this. I'm going to put a wee little dollop of the warm there so we can keep on track and know where we're at. Okay, new guessing game. We're up to cool yellow and warm blue here. Okay, cool yellow and a bit of that warm blue. Check it out. I'm going to mix a little bit more into there so we can really dig deep into this colour. We're getting khaki, aren't we? It's not as bright. It's not as bright as our lime green over here with that. This is cool yellow plus warm blue. Why do you think that is? Have a think. It's on your colour wheel. What is that warm blue heading towards? Now, last one, we've got our warm yellow and our warm blue. Let's see where we go. How's that? Now I could mix in a little bit more of that warm blue in there. And if I mixed in a bit more, I'd probably make it go even darker. That's the thing, I haven't got any black in here, and a lot of the time people reach for black to make things darker, but it can actually end up dulling your work. Please stay tuned because this is just the beginning. We're going to delve into more color mixing using the color wheel and talking more about that in the future. So please subscribe, give this video a bit of a like as well, and we'll catch you next week. See ya!